Are you fucking kidding me? Okay, guys, first frag already happened, and I do apologize for the minor technical issues that we just had, but Kula is in the lead, want to know, just took the mega health and muscled away Guard, and he was just, interestingly though, that Guard was able to pick the red armor, but there was a rail that Kula hit, and that sort of changed the momentum of the game again, and now Kula has got 100 and 150, so he's good to go. And he's going to set up for this red armor. God is charging in from high above, and he's taking loads of damage here. Kula is going to grab that red armor and steal it away. And Kula already knows where God spawned, as he just spammed rockets that way, and God gets away with a mega health. But the point is, I don't think he can get the next yellow, so Kula is very aware of how much armor and health God has. And next red up, and I don't know if God can withstand that push, but go rockets! However, Kula still manages with that massive amounts of armor that he had to withstand that push. And we see 3-0 already very early, but Kula hitting himself right in the wall, and he's fairly low, and now he should be a bit careful. The good thing is though, he has got all the weapon he needs, so he can't play a bit plus back here with the rockets and the rail. And he's just trying to bait God, but God is not going to eat it. And Kula is just taking all the items at the moment. But he knows the red armor timing, he knows the mega health timing, and I'm pretty sure that rail just hurt God more than it did Kula, because Kula has the bigger stack as of yet. And now he's going to slow down a bit. Probably jump down for the red armor and set up for it, but God eats a rocket, so he can't challenge from the red whatsoever. And Kula's just gonna quickly charge into the mega health and steal it away once again. Oh, this is gonna be very detrimental for God, and he's going down to the rockets. He didn't see that coming. And what God needs to do is, he got some red armors in the beginning, but if he charges in like that so aggressively, he's gonna lose a lot of frags. And I don't know if that rail hit, but that teleported hit pretty well. Sorry, 6-0. It's going to be pretty hard for God to come back from this. Especially because mega health and red armor split at the moment, so he won't be able to get either of those in as long as Kula is in control. And Kula's actually delaying the red armor, so just making sure that the items don't sink. So next time Kula goes for mega or red armor, you will be making sure that he can get both. But where's God? First reel has landed. And God, I don't know if he can do some damage here, but Kula had the advantage, the position advantage on him, and was able to deal loads of damage. God taking the jump, obviously getting pushed away by that shaft. And there you go. Another frag and quick rocket jump just to make sure he gets the red as well. But with that stack, Kula should be really safe and should feel secure. And we're only 5 minutes in the map. Already 7 frags. And Kula loves that pillar, looking using it as shelter and trying to not get any damage whatsoever. And right, ooh, that rail was nice. I like that. And he's just going to do that over and over again. He's going to take the red. He still has got time for the mega health. And God is not even nearby. Now he's charging in. God, what he should do is not charge in right now, because versus 200, 200, and Kula has every weapon. There's like no way God can challenge Kula at this moment. But then again, Kula is in control, and he's going to make sure that he jumps into God's face. And God is under the red armor, and obviously has nothing to work with, so it goes down rather quickly. And I am thirsty. Kula spamming a bit the hallways, and God is actually standing there. First 2 rockets didn't connect, so you probably didn't hear that God was there, but then he peered. Took a fair amount of damage, but it's okay. And Kula's just stealing all the items away. And it's leaving God with nothing. if God is able to pick like one red or something, and maybe you like a yellow, get a rail and a rocket launcher, maybe he can do something. But right now, Cooler is cycling all the items, and maybe now could be the time. Cooler is actually sneaking in, trying to figure out whether God. Okay, God was high and obviously wanted Cooler to go for the red armor or the mega health to make sure he gets either of the items, and so did Cooler. But God decided first to go for the red, but he took a rail for that. So everything is fine. However, God probably has like 130 armor right now. I'm gonna switch to him. Yeah, there you go. 130 armor, and he's defending himself well here. And he took the red armor, and now Cooler is a bit trapped. And if he switches to rocket launcher now, he could do some more damage. But 5 HP only on God here, and he has to collect some health and armor to actually be able to survive this. And let's see if he dares to jump to the mega health. But he can't, and Cooler charging in with the shaft and obviously going down here. 11-1. And once again, God is on the run, and that rail was so detrimental as well. It's going to slow down God game once again. So Cooler still, or once again, in full control, just collecting all the weapons that he needs. Shaft, rocket, rail, he's got it all under control. Impressive. And 2 rails have been hit, and he knows that God is so low. There's the rocket jump, and God is down 12-1, and only 2 minutes left. Mega health is up. Where's God? God is near, nowhere near. He's probably waiting for the yellow. Well, he has nothing to work with at the moment. Red is not up, and Cooler just spotted Guard, and Guard is probably high, and he won't be able to charge for the red whatsoever because he's got no weapon. Well, he got a rocket launcher, and he's actually stealing away from Cooler here. But Cooler should be fine as he's got 160 armor. He's getting pushed away through the teleporter, and Cooler is going to wait for him to jump, and there's some shaft damage. And Guard is surely pretty low here, and there's the finishing up rail. 13-1, and 200 for Cooler here. He looks pretty healthy, and if he gets that red, it's just gonna make it impossible for God to do anything. Right now, red armor and mega health are synced, so God should get his ass out of there. Maybe try to get grab the red. Well, Cooler gets the mega health, but it's only 50 seconds left, so there's like nothing God can do anymore. But overall, if we sum it up, I mean, God had trouble collecting any of the major items because Cooler was just, first of all, splitting them apart. So he had like 5 to 10 seconds time to get to either of the items. And then he just took both. That left guard with hardly anything. So he had most likely 2 yellows at tops. So he couldn't really challenge. And when he challenged, obviously he had to, you know, fight through Cooler's stack, which was most of the time always double. And Cooler's rail is on today. And first map goes to Cooler. Congratulations. I actually would like to know what the second map is, because I don't know it. And who's that GS caster to?
Vote now.
Oh, Arrow Walk.
Vote passed.
Okay, what can we say about Arrow Walk? Arrow Walk, obviously, very small and very fast-paced map with loads of action. And not so aim-heavy compared to G7. So even with a lack of aim, or you know, even if some of your weapons are not on the spot, you can do a lot if you're very good on the map. Meaning that you know how to spam, how to work the teleporter to get away, and crucial situations and whatnot. And I'm just gonna get 0 water. And I'm looking at the other screen right now. Strings versus Vu, 2-0. DM13. But we're already getting ready on arrow walk here.
3, 2, 1, fight.
Okay, let's start with Guard. Guard is gonna charge in and get the mega health. Cooler is probably a bit trapped here, and he's probably gonna go down if Guard isn't to miss the shotgun blast. But we're 0-0 as Guard just cratered. And Cooler was probably not aware that Guard was actually behind him, but Cooler is doing some great job with that minigun, and that makes Guard fairly low, and I'm pretty sure that Cooler is going to charge in again, as he knows that Guard has hardly any armor, or any health left. And Cooler was just able to grab the mega health and is now pushing away Guard. Some rocket splash damage there, and red up at next, and Guard is actually getting pushed away by that shaft by Cooler, so he might even be able to get it, but Guard is not gonna let go that easily. So he hit a rail, and now Cooler has to be careful that he doesn't take too much damage while he exits that red, and that was a nice move as he just did some fairly nice damage there. But Guard should be careful, he's got only 83 HP, so 1 rail and some minigun damage and he's dead, and he can't challenge for the mega health. And the problem is, will he be able to defeat that red armor, or defend, so to speak? And he can't, he just heard it picked up, so but he knows the timing of the mega health and the red. And he's trying to slow down the game a bit. He doesn't want to get into Cooler's face right now, and he can't afford it either. And rails have been traded, and obviously that's very bad for Garden. But he's working these teleporters very well, and he's been staying alive for like at least 40 seconds with hardly anything to work with, so props to him. And that's what I mean. He knows the timing and he's very aware, but he can't challenge at the moment. And Cooler is just playing it how he can, namely that he's in control and just takes his time, and then there's the frag, 2-1. And there's some nade spam, making sure Guard doesn't pop in again and shoots him with a rail, but Guard already at the yellow armor, picking up the green armor as well. And this should be a fairly close fight here. But still, Cooler is in control. And when he takes the mega health, it's going to be very bad for Guard again. He's playing out of positioning as well. And he just gets pushed away. And Cooler's probably not going to go for the red as of yet. He probably wants to do some sneaky move here, just trying to bait Guard. Guard, however, just spamming and trying to make sure that he's taking too much damage. But there's the rail once again. And whenever Cooler hits a rail, Guard is the one that has to make sure that he stays, that he survives, so to speak. But Guard is doing well. I mean, he has hardly got anything to work with, but yet he manages to survive. And that red rocket was really good, and Cooler's taking a lot of damage getting that yellow. And now Guard is going in aggressively. And that was actually a nice move if he just was able to pick up the red ball. He took the rocket right in the face, and Cooler is going down the stairs and obviously taking loads of damage, as stairs don't let you strafe that well. And let's see if Cooler couldn't defend that mega health. 1 rocket to the face and 3-1 for Guard, and Guard is playing really good right now, and that's probably going to be the next frag unless the stairs will fuck up the game and that rail will make another spawn frag here. Let's see how many spawn frags Guard can string together. But that was a good move for Cooler. That might have opened him an opportunity to get the next red armor or possibly the mega health, depending on which one he decides to go on. But he's in a good position to get the red armor, so he just muscled away Guard, and he's not gonna be able to get the mega health. But however, Guard manages to stay alive with hardly any HP, but he's probably gonna go down here. And that chef fight went for Kula. And where's Guard? Where did he spawn? I'm just gonna switch to Guard for a bit here. Let's see how he's doing. Because he's in the lead, 5-2, despite the fact that Kula had most of the big items on the map. And follow killer is enabled, so I'm just going to go back to Guard again. And he was just managed to pick up the red armor, so the only thing that he needs now is a rail as well. Well, he wants to fight for that yellow. He's always in the face of Kula, making sure that he makes at least some damage and making sure that he keeps Kula on his toes. And red is next up. And Kula knows that well he's above, but he's out of positioning, and this is a way better situation for Gaunt, so he just takes it away. But he hits a rocket as he was standing on the red. Mega health is up, but Kula already on it. Gaunt charging in, he's taking some damage, and that rail was very detrimental for him, but he's able to grab the health and the yellow, so he doesn't look too bad, and I'm pretty sure Kula has got less armor than him. And this will leave Guard in a good position to grab the next red. And there it is. Kula, wherever those string together, 2 rails in a row. And there's some shaft, and Guard is low, but so is Kula. So what is Guard gonna do? He's gonna go down to 2 HP, Kula. So we got 1 frag difference. And Guard is probably at the red. Let's see if Kula can get there in time. No, he can't. But Guard took some damage and actually doesn't let go. And this is a pretty close match, if you ask me. And red and mega health at the same time, so it's going to be interesting for what Kula decides to go for the red. And that was such a good move, because that means that Guard is so low, but he took so much damage, whereas Kula hardly took anything. So he's just going to use the position advantage, and there's the rocket right in the face. And we have 5-5. Teams are tied, if you will. And right now Kula is in full control. But we've seen earlier that Guard was able to manage to stay alive for a fairly high time, where although Kula was having loads of armor to work with. Well, you always have to be careful in Quake Life, especially on this map, because the rocket is so strong. So if you rush in stupidly, even with a big stack, you can't, you know, make sure that you actually survive that. But 6-5. Actually, Kula is doing an aggressive move here, taking the rocket jump. Not managing to kill Guard there. It was pretty risky, but in the end it was okay. Didn't die in the process. He's already setting up for the mega health. He is spamming some shaft that way so that Guard doesn't pop his head in and deal some rail damage. And 2 minutes left, 6-4. This is a thriller, ladies and gentlemen. And red is next up, and whenever Kula is ready to jump, I'm pretty sure that Guard wants to do some damage on him. And there he is, but he gets pushed away. Kula making sure that Guard doesn't get in. And that leaves Guard with hardly anything to work with. He's got the yellow, he probably got the green armor. Maybe he's got like 100 armor. Well, he won't be able to challenge for the mega health, but he actually will, and that was a good timing. The nades certainly helped him, and there's this aggressive push. And now both of them are fairly low, but there's the rocket right in the face. And it is 6-6, and teams are tight once again. Guard managed to push away Kula off that mega health with some nades and some good rockets placed in front of him. And now we've got 6-6. What will Guard do? He ate so much rail damage there. And he has to play very, very passively right now. There's only 1 minute left, and I'm pretty sure he either, if he gets a rat, he can call himself lucky. But Kula reads it very well, and he's taking so much damage as he's on the red armor platform. And there's spawn as well. But we've still got 40 seconds left, so we've still got enough time for Guard to come back. But as I speak, GG has been called, and that surely was a GG. I mean, things could have went differently, and you know, if God had been able to manage to get the red, he either would have forced overtime or just tried to, yeah, just tried to kill Kula in that situation. Could have went both ways, but Kula knew how important it was to get that red, that extra boost, that 100 armor, and he just killed God as he was trying to jump over it. And that makes it 2-0. And God disconnects. And I'd say GG. And I'm not sure what we're going to do next, so I'm just going to talk to Trans a bit. And I have to probably restart the stream for a second here. So we'll be